Hey, it's Landria, and welcome to Monday. Your Monday morning, your Monday starts here. And here is something that we are thinking about. What's on my mind lately is building confidence, social confidence in kids is the core of what we do. I know they come in for intervention. I know they come in to our learning centers, our therapy centers, for speech therapy, for OT, for ABA therapy, for all of those things. And they are in a building with people who carry similar challenges and similarities that they do. I know that we are not the dream, that when a child is born, there's not on the list of a parent to be able to send their kids to the kind of therapy that we provide, yet we are all still here doing the good work, the hard work, the heart work. And one of the underlying purposes that we don't talk about enough is the fact that we get to impart and build social confidence in learners so that when they go out into the world, they know that they belong somewhere. Isn't it belonging that we talk about with adults for so long, for so many conferences and all those things, but it is underexplored in children. In fact, there are people who often believe that when you have therapeutic day schools, when you have learning centers, that they don't get the opportunity to be with kids who are without a diagnosis. The world is without people who is, let's do this, a mixed crowd. So if we're living in a world with a mixed crowd, where does the kid go who needs to know that they belong? And that is where we provide the services. Yes, they go into schools, they go into classrooms, but you know what it feels like to be the only one of whatever category or box that you check. Now, put that on a kid who does not yet have the words to be able to describe the feeling of what it means to be ostracized, the only one that has a shake, the only one that hits the wall, the only one that's always looked as a disruptor for math class. Now, imagine that they get to be in a place that they are not the only ones. We get to provide that for them. And that is important. So don't forget that you are doing the good work. And that means that you need to do the great work to make sure that you build social confidence, that you build social concepts, that you are giving them what they need. And there is no place that those kids step in that is a sunken place, meaning that they are not learning. They're just sitting around. That's not you. That's not us. It's not what we're doing here. What we are doing is doing the magical work. It's not magic. It's not magic. We're not magicians. What we are is well-meaning, well-intended, well-missioned people, wherever we are, wherever we focus, and we are building learners up. Here's a quick story. My daughter went to a summer camp here in a major city and in Chicago, and she noticed that there is a boy in her group who was not being treated well by other people in the group. And what did she do? She started advocating for him. Now, here's a kid who never advocated for herself, who never opened her mouth to advocate for anyone, let alone herself. But now, today, she's not only standing on what they call it, 10 toes down, she's standing 10 toes down, and she is advocating for another person. And she's telling other kids, you will not treat him this way. You will not talk to him any kind of way. And they said, well, we'll talk to you any kind of way. You know what my daughter says? She says, no, you won't. No, you won't. She says, in fact, one day you will realize that you are not all that. I said, oh my gosh, you said that to the kid? She says, yes, I did. She says they will realize that they are not all that, and they can't talk to people as if they don't belong. Where did she get it from? Sure, home does its work. Home does its mighty work. But when kids spend 6 hours a day somewhere, they better belong. They better have the feeling of confidence. They better know that they have a place in this world. They have a voice in this world, and they need to be heard. Taken from one of my favorite TV shows. But here's the thing. Whether that kid can say one word or full sentences, they've got to know that that one word is power. Whether the kid can say one word or full sentences, they got to know they belong. Whether that kid hits a wall when they're upset and does not, and screams when they are more than their behavior, they've got to be embraced as who they are. Why? Because we empower children. We empower children so they can exist in this world. How wonderful it is to be able to serve children in such a way so that when they become adults, they have sustainable jobs because of you. They have sustainable relationships because of us. They are able to cultivate and maintain friendships and relationships because of us. That when their mother and father depart from this world, they are confident that their child will be okay. Where do they get that from? The 6 hours a day with you. So you must move forward with the learner, building the skills and the confidence that they need. That is the good work. That is our job. So your Monday morning starts here. Always be empowered, and I'll see you next time.